Welcome to your 75 minutes of Flow Yin. My name is Vanessa. I'll be guiding you through your practice this morning. So just taking a very comfortable shape on your back. Allowing your arms to slide away from the side edges of the body. Softly closing down your eyes. And just take a moment to notice the breath you are breathing right now. Notice the energy you are showing up with. Noticing without judgment or trying to change anything. And now allow your awareness, your attention, your focus to move to your breath. So start to deepen the breath. Feeling that soft rise in the belly on the inhale and the soft fall of the belly on the exhale. Noticing how with a little bit of awareness, the breath automatically begins to slow down. And the mind begins to quiet. So when you feel comfortable with the breath moving in and out through the nose, see if you can start to refine it a little bit. So even inhales to exhales. Letting the breath be smooth. Trying to breathe in for a count of 5 or 6. And exhaling for a count of 5 or 6. So once you've set the pace with your breath, see if you can start to move away from any choppiness in the breath. So letting go of the jagged edges, letting go of any pauses or gaps. So the breath becomes deep and circular. It's known as circular breath or pure breathing. And without disturbing that breath, let's just start to invite movement into the body. So gentle wiggle through the fingers and the toes. Soft little roll of the head, left to right and right to left. And take a nice long breath in, and on your exhale, slowly draw the knees into your chest and come into Apanasana. So take a moment to see what feels good here. Maybe stillness is what you need. Maybe you add a little bit of a rocking motion side to side. And then slide your hands down onto the front of your shins. And on your inhale, just straighten out your arms and move your thighs away from your belly. And then on your exhale, bend your elbows and squeeze the thighs back into your chest. So inhaling, let the thighs drift away, arms will lengthen. And then exhale, squeeze in. And one more like that. Keeping the knees tucked in, just float your right arm up and back above your head. And softly roll over to the right side of your body. And just pause in the fetal position, resting the head in that right arm, closing your eyes. Just enjoy being in the comfort of this familiar shape, the comfort of being in your own body. And then with the help of your left hand, push yourself around and come into a wide knee child's pose, please. Right. So you can slip a block under your forehead if that helps you ease the hips towards the heels a little more. Let the forearms rest onto the mat, forehead heavy, and just close down the eyes again. And then come back to that 5 or 6 count breath. Using that breath to really greet you to your own practice. And just keeping in mind throughout your practice, you want to move with the body you are showing up with today. So that's probably different than the body you had yesterday or the one you'll have tomorrow. So let the practice serve you. Now start to walk your fingertips up towards the top of your mat. And shift up to all fours when you're ready. Good. Open up your knees so that they're hip width, shoulders over the wrists, and fingers fanning nice and wide. So we'll move into some rounds of cat-cow. On the inhale, soften belly down, tilt the tailbone, the chest, and the chin up towards the sky. And then exhale, push into the ground, round your back, and let your head go heavy. And again, inhale, belly drops, open the chest, stretch out the throat. Exhale, round, push the ground away and draw the belly back. And with the eyes closed, just continue to follow your own breath. So really work on stretching the skin in between the shoulder blades there. The next breath in, find yourself back with a nice long neutral spine. And as you exhale, curl your toes under and gently press your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Now take your feet really wide towards the outer edges of your mat or even wider. Put a generous bend into your knees and begin to find a slow pedal with the feet. So hips can sway side to side. So let the head go nice and heavy here so it acts like a weight to stretch out all the sides of your neck. Good. And then rise up nice and high into all 10 of your toes. Take a breath in. And then exhale, sink your heels back down. Now keep a bend into your knees. Start to walk your hands back so you're heading towards the back edge of your mat. And then just fold forward. Arms can dangle. You can reach for opposite elbow. Inviting a nice little sway side to side. Encourage the lower back to open up. You can give your head a gentle shake. Shake it yes or no. And just giving yourselves another chance here to drop whatever's holding you back from being really present. Good, now setting the fingertips down, feet are still nice and wide. On your inhale, slowly roll your way up to the top. Good, when you arrive at the top, let the shoulders soften down your back. Good. Take an inhale, sweep your arms all the way up and look up. And on the exhale, interlace your fingers in behind your lower back. So we'll send the knuckles down, lift through the center of the chest, lift the chin, deep breath in. And then with softening as exhale, slowly hinge forward and fold back in. Let the back of the neck be long. You can keep the thumbs resting to the lower back, or you can let the knuckles drift up and away from the lower back. Sometimes it feels nice to move the hands a little bit side to side to get a little flossing action in the shoulders. And take a deep breath in stillness. And on your exhale, soften your elbows and release your hands to the ground. We're going to plant the right fingertips underneath the face on the mat. And on the inhale, stretch the left arm to the sky. You can keep your gaze down, look sideways or up. Start to feel with every inhale that you can peel the left side of your chest open a little more. Bending into one or both knees, do what feels good. Now take one more inhale to reach higher. And on the exhale, we're going to place that left hand, the top hand, to the lower back. Grab hold of the outer edge of the left leg with the right. Now take a breath in to lengthen. And on the exhale, bend your right elbow and fold in towards the left leg. Good, now keep everything the same. Take a breath in, just lengthen the chest, and then start to lean away from the left leg. One more breath in there. And then look towards the floor and exhale, fold. Plant your left fingertips underneath your face. On your inhale, stretch your right arm to the sky. Again, look where it feels good on the neck. Maybe bending into left knee or bending into both. But with every inhale, there's the opening, the widening through the right side of the chest. Now start to bring that top hand around to rest onto your lower back. Wrap your left fingertips around the right leg. Take an inhale, and then fold into the right leg. Good. Sitting bones are still reaching high. I invite you to find that 5 or 6 count inhale, 5 or 6 count exhale if you've lost it. Good. Now keep everything the same, but slowly begin to lean away from your right thigh. Beautiful. Take one more breath in. And then release your hands to the ground. Breathe out. Heel toe your feet to hip width distance apart. Take an inhale, fingertips stay on the ground, just look forward. And as you exhale, walk your way into plank pose. So take a moment to set up a strong plank. Root back through the centers of the heels. Tip your sternum forward. Take a long breath in, push the mat away. And as slowly as you can from toes or knees, exhale, come down onto your belly. Good. Keep your hands where they are, point your toes back. 3 cobras on the inhale, just a little lift through the chest. Crown reaching forward. And then exhale, release. 2 more times, wrap the shoulder and rise, breathe in. Exhale. One more time, roll the shoulders back, come up. And exhale, release it down. Press up to 4s on your breath in, and then shift back into downward facing dog, breathe out. Now take an inhale, pick your heels up high. And as you exhale, bend your knees deeply, look forward, and just take a leisurely stroll up towards the top of your mat. Hands on the shins, the floor of the blocks. Take an inhale, lengthen your heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, fold all of that length down into your legs. Take a breath in and rise all the way up to the top. And then lower your hands to your heart on your exhale. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forward, long spine. Deep breath in to lengthen. Deep breath out to fold. Rise back up on the inhale, pushing off the heels, lifting through the chest, look up. Hands come to heart center, breathe out. Inhale, reach up, push through your heels, lengthen. Exhale, reach forward and fold. Inhale to a nice long spine. Now this time as you exhale, a big step back with your right foot. Place the right knee down onto the ground. Good. So you can stay with fingertips on the floor, on blocks, or on your next inhale, stretch your arms all the way up. And keep your shoulders nice and soft, spiral your pinkies in. Then you want to feel the pubic bone starting to lift up, the front ribs soften down. If it's okay on the neck, you can start to turn your gaze up. Take one more breath in to find more space. And then exhale, release your hands to the ground, tuck the back toes under and step it into downward facing dog. Coming forward like a wave into plank pose. And then exhale to lower all the way down to your belly. You can put your knees down first. Take an inhale, wrap your shoulders and open up into cobra, coming as high as you'd like here. And then exhale, release the chest down. To table or plank pose, you choose. Deep breath in, strong legs. Nice, and then exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Float your right leg high and behind you, deep breath in. And then we'll just stay for a few breaths here. So keep the internal rotation. So right inner thigh spiraling up towards the sky. And then think about squeezing your inner thighs together. Good. Really strong in the top leg, push through the heel. Take one more breath. And then exhale, slowly draw the knee forward towards your nose, round your upper back and land your right foot in the center of the hands. Release your left knee to the ground. So you can stay fingertips down, blocks, or inhale, take your arms all the way up. Think about lifting the pubic bone, softening the ribs. We're going through a nice big stretch through the fingertips here, but keep the sides of your neck really soft. Good. Weight is in the front heel, so there's no pressure on that back knee. Take another breath in, look up, reach up. And then exhale, hands come down, step forward and fold at the top of your mat. Uttanasana. Good. Come to a long spine on the breath in. And then fold back down, breathe out. Rise to the top, inhale. And then go all the way back down on your exhale. Breath in, lengthen. Now exhale, take a big step back with your left foot and place your left knee down. So from here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, goal post your arms off to the side. So feel a nice little squeeze through your shoulder blades. Keep the belly strong. Take an inhale. And then exhale, twist to your right. Take an inhale, come back to center and reach your arms high. Lift your chest. And then exhale, bring your hands down. Curl your back toes under, lift the knee. We're going to inhale and send your hips back, curling the right toes in towards the face. And then exhale, come back into the lunge. Inhale, shift back, curl the toes. Exhale, come forward. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Pause here, heart forward, shoulders back, inhale. And then step into your downward facing dog on your exhale. Come forward nice and slow to plank. Exhale, make your way down from toes or knees right to the belly. Bhujangasana, cobra pose, point your toes and curl up, come as high as you'd like. And then exhale, release down. Tuck your toes under, move to table or plank on your inhale. And then shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Take your left leg straight back and behind you, and we'll just hold there and breathe. Good. So feel the turning of the left inner thigh to the sky. Good. Squeezing inner thighs together and really pushing out through the center of that lifted heel. Take one more breath. And then exhale, knee forward towards the nose, round your upper back, push the ground away, and then land that foot softly between your hands, put the right knee down. On your inhale, stretch your arms all the way up. Good. Then on the exhale, find the cactus through the arms. Draw the shoulder blades back, open your chest, inhale, and then start to slowly turn to the left as you exhale. Come all the way back, deep breath in, arms reach high. And then exhale, set your hands down. Curl your back toes under, lift the knee. Good. Now inhale, lengthen out the front leg, curling the toes in. And then exhale, coming forward to your lunge. Inhale, shifting back, lead with your sitting bones. Exhale, coming forward. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Pause here, take an inhale, stretch the heart forward. And now just lightly step your right foot forward to meet your left and fold at the top of your mat. Lengthen out on the inhale. And then fold on your exhale. With your big toes touching, sit your hips low, take the weight into your heels, and take your arms high. Utkatasana. So think about hollowing out the front of your body a little bit by drawing the ribs in and the navel back. This will help you find length in your lower back. I'm going to add a little bit of movement here. So on your inhale, just take your gaze to the floor and pick your heels up slowly. Keep the squeeze in the inner thighs. And then as you exhale, drop your heels and just peel your toes up off the floor. So again, shifting forward, picking up the heels, and then shifting back, picking up the toes. And then just do a few more on your own. Keep the zipping up action of big toes to pelvic floor, so keep hugging into midline. Good. Next time you drop the heels, stay there. Take a breath in. And then exhale, straighten your legs and fold forward. Now inhale, come onto fingertips. You're welcome to use your blocks here as well. And we're going to slide the left leg straight back, pushing out through the heel, reaching the heart forward. So you're in a supported warrior 3. Take a moment here to feel this squeeze of the inner thighs together, the softening of the left hip down. Now start to put a deep bend into the right knee, and as slowly as you can, lunge back with the left foot, landing the toes on the floor, and then rise up into your crescent. See if you can soften the shoulders, hug the ribs, take a breath in, goalpost your arms, and then exhale, turn to the right. And we'll stay here, so use your inhale to grow and to lengthen through the sides of your waist, and then exhale, turn a little more. Inhale to find space, exhales to turn. One more time. Now coming back to center, big reach, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, goalpost the arms and shine your heart up towards the sky. Deep breath in. And then exhale, hands come down to the blocks of the floor, step your left foot forward to meet your right. Long spine, inhale. Fold in, half exhale. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. So hips go low, heart goes high. Trying to frame the ears with the biceps. Spiral the pinkies in. And then go for that squeeze through the ribs and the low belly. Good. Now on your inhale, start to shift the weight forward and pick up your heels. And on the exhale, lower the heels and peel the toes up. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, straighten your legs. Hands catch the blocks or the floor. Now on your inhale, reach your heart forward. And then slowly pick up your right leg straight back and behind you. Toes will point down. Inner thighs will hug in towards center. Good. Now put a deep bend into your left knee, and as slowly as you can, start to step back with your right toes and end up in crescent lunge. Use your inhale to pull your arms up. And then use your exhale to goalpost your arms and turn towards the left side. Now use the inhale to lengthen off your waist. And use the exhale to deepen the twist. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly return to center. Big reach through the arms. Inhale. Come back to the cactus arm. Shine your heart up towards the sky. Invite a little bit of upper back bend. And then slowly release your hands down and step forward, top of the mat. Inhale, find space. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, breathe in. Good. Now this time, exhale, sweep your arms back and behind you and pick up your heels. Inhale, drop the heels, lift the toes, reach up. Exhale, straighten your legs and fold. Take a breath in, heart moves forward. Now pick up that left leg and send it straight back and behind you. Take a breath in, bend deeply into your right knee, and then exhale, lunge back softly with your left toes. On your inhale, rise up into crescent. On your exhale, goalpost the arms and turn to the right. Come back to center, big reach, inhale. Goalpost the arms and turn your heart to the sky. Deep breath in, come back to center, reach. Now turn it open into warrior two as you breathe out. So adjusting your stance if you need to. Aligning heel to arch for stability. Set your eyes softly over the right middle finger, or even feel free to close down your eyes. Now really pushing down evenly into the centers of the heels, and like you have two little magnets on the feet, feel like you're squeezing your legs in towards one another. Good. Now start to turn your right palm to face up, and on your inhale, reverse your warrior, go up and back. Good. So trying to stay with the lunge in the front leg. And then allow the breath just to scrape down the right ribs, the side waist, helping you release some of the residue from your week. Good. Take one more breath in. See if you can go back a little more. And then exhale, side angle. Take the right forearm to rest lightly on the right thigh, left arm up and over. So trying to hover bicep over the ear and then turn the pinky finger down towards the ground. And it may be really subtle, but there's a turn of the navel up towards the sky here. Just feeling that nice long line from left fingertips to left heel. Take one more breath. And then exhale, take your hands down onto the ground. Step into plank pose on your breath in. And then lower halfway or all the way down, chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog if you feel ready. Pull your heart forward. And then exhale, lift the low belly, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees deeply, look forward, walk or hop your way very softly to the top. Come to a long spine on your inhale, and then fold in half exhale. Chair pose, breathe in, sit your hips low and take your arms high. And then exhale, push back through your palms and lift your heels. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your legs and fold. Long spine on the breath in, and then sweep your right leg straight back. So in that supported warrior three. Take a breath in to bend deeply into your left knee, and then slowly lunge back with your right toes. Inhale, rise up to crescent. And then exhale, cactus your arms and turn to the left. Come back to center, big reach, inhale. Bend your elbows, turn your heart open to the sky and lean back. Inhale, come back to neutral, and now exhale, turn it open to warrior two. So widening the stance if that feels better. Find that little touch of core work here, so hug the ribs and squeeze the belly back. Stand evenly on your heels. So there's a big, strong reach through fingertips, but the shoulders can soften, the jaw can relax. Turn your front palm to face up and then slowly reverse your warrior, go up and back. And then just letting the breath trickle down, left ribs. One more inhale, stretch back. And then exhale, side angle, forearm to thigh, right arm up and over. Good. See if you can bring a little more space between the right shoulder and the right ear. And really reaching through right fingertips, spiraling the pinky edge down. Good. Take one more breath in. And then look down, exhale, park your hands at the top of the mat, step into plank pose on the inhale. Lower down through chaturanga from toes or knees, into cobra or upward facing dog. And then lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a smooth breath out. Lift your heels high on your inhale. Bend your knees deeply, look forward, walk or hop, land softly top of the mat. Good. Lengthen out as you breathe in, and then fold in half, breathe out. Chair pose on your inhale, sink your hips low and take your arms high. And then exhale, push your palms back and lift your heels. Inhale, drop your heels, reach up. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Pick up the chest on the inhale and send your left leg straight back. Pushing out through the heel, spreading through the toes. Bend deeply to right knee, lunge back softly with your left. Rise into crescent, inhale. Exhale, turn to the right, bend your elbows. Keep the bend, take an inhale, turn your heart forward, shine it up to the sky. And then exhale, open it up, warrior two. Reverse warrior, big breath in to go back. Exhale, side angle. Long breath carries you back, reverse warrior. Exhale into an easy twist. So left hand will come to the inside of your right foot, pick up the heel. Stretch your right arm to the sky, slide the shoulders back. Now look to the floor, make sure your left palm is flat, your fingers are spreading wide. That will become your foundation. We're gonna roll to the pinky edge side of the left foot, and then slowly stack the right foot on top of the left for Vashisthasana. So you're welcome to step your right foot forward in front of you for more support. You're welcome to put the bottom knee down. See if you can pick up your hips a little higher. Take an inhale, send that top arm forward, feel more stretch. And then exhale your hand down, lower through chaturanga, upward facing to downward facing dog. Deep breath in, long breath out. Pick up your heels on the inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, think light thoughts, and make your way to the top. Long spine as you breathe in, and fold forward, breathe out. Chair pose, sit your hips low and take your arms high. And then exhale, push your palms back and lift your heels. Drop the heels, breathe in. Straighten out the legs and fold, exhale. On your inhale, lift your chest and slide your right leg back. As you exhale, bend deeply into your left knee and lunge back with right toes. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, bend your elbows and turn to the left. Keep the arms, inhale, turn back to the top, lift your heart. And now exhale, drop your back heel and open up, warrior two. Reverse, inhale. Side angle, exhale. Big breath to bring you back, reverse warrior. Exhale, easy twist, right hand landing to the inside of the foot, pick up your back heel. Reach left fingertips to the sky. Good. Can even lean the upper chest away from the inner left knee. And then look down for balance, make sure that right palm is flat, fingers are spreading wide, and turn it into side plank, Vashisthasana. So maybe you stack the feet, stagger the feet, take whatever variation works for your body. Lengthen the crown away from the heels. Big lift through the hips. Take a breath in, send that top arm forward, and then exhale, land the hand and lower slowly, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take an inhale through the nose. Big cleansing breath out the mouth. Put your knees down onto the ground. Grab a sip of water, take child's pose. And just enjoy a few moments of stillness. So just returning right back to that even breath. Smoothing out any jagged edges. Observing where the mind goes. Observing any thoughts that are showing up. Just choose not to get involved. Let your awareness sit in your breath. And downward facing dog, please. Setting up a nice strong foundation in your hands, fingers wide. Take your right leg up and behind you on your inhale. And then this time allow the hip to roll open, bend the knee and stack your hips. So you can give the heel a nice big squeeze into your seat, activate the hamstring, knee pointing up towards the sky. Take one more breath and re-extend the right leg. And then exhale, land your right foot in between your hands. Walk your back foot in a little closer so you can ground your heels. So your toes are pointing up towards the top left corner. So on fingertips or use your blocks here, take an inhale, lengthen your heart and hug the outer right hip back. And then exhale, slowly melt into that straight front leg. So think sternum towards big toe instead of forehead to knee here. This will help you maintain some space. So we're looking to ground into the back heel. You'll find a little more stability there. Now on your next inhale, start to push into the ground or the blocks and lift your chest. I'm going to take the left hand either on top of the foot, onto a block inside or outside of the foot, or maybe you use the floor, you choose. Bring your right hand around onto your lower back. We're going to inhale and stretch the chest forward. Now you're welcome to stay here, or slowly as you exhale, begin to turn the right chest open. And eventually, if you'd like, the right arm can reach to the sky for a revolved triangle. So your strength and your stability here is coming from the back heel rooting down. If it feels like it's peeling up, just shorten up the stance a little bit. Find little shifts with breath. So every inhale, there's space. And every exhale, you can work the rotation a little more. Just closer if you need them. Take one more long breath in, And then as you exhale, look to the floor, release your hands. I'm gonna walk to the left, just pivot on the feet. Turn your big toes in and your heels out. Come onto your fingertips and take a long breath to stretch out your lower back, lengthen off the waist. And then exhale with soft knees, fold forward. Drop the crown of the head. Turn the sitting bones up. So hands can stay under shoulders, or you can eventually start to walk them back until the fingertips come in line with the toes. Whether your legs are straight or the knees are bent, firm up your thighs and rock some weight forward towards the balls of your feet. Good. Notice if you're hanging on to anything in the neck and the jaw. See if you can soften. Now on your next breath in, walk your hands out in front of you, lift your chest. We're gonna bring the right hand underneath the face on the ground, left hand onto the lower back. Take a breath in, and then exhale, start to turn the left chest open. You can stay with the hand on the small of the back or reach your fingertips to the sky. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, look down, release the hand. We're going to take the right toes and spin them back towards the top edge of the mat. Put a bend into the right knee. Now walk your fingertips either to the block or the floor in front of your right toes. Left hand will catch the hip. Start to lean some weight into the right heel and slowly pick the left leg up, Ardha Chandrasana. So set your eyes down to start. Use the left hand on the hip to widen the left side of the pelvis, and you're welcome to keep it there or eventually send the fingertips high to the sky. Good. Now start to really distribute the work through the body. Just lean back in my hand a little bit. Yeah, nice. So really charge up the left leg. Take one more breath in. On the exhale, hand comes to the ground, square off your hips. Now walk your left fingertips in front of your right toes on the block or the floor. Left leg is still supercharged, toes are pointing down, right hand to the hip. Pull your chest forward, slide the right hip back, stay there, or start to turn your heart open and reach your right arm to the sky. Vrita Ardha Chandrasana, revolved half moon. Once you've established stability, see if you can just make it all a little bit bigger. Take one more breath in. Look to the ground and let it all go, breathe out. Nice work. Take an inhale, long spine, and exhale, fold. Rise all the way up, root through your heels and stretch fingertips to the sky. Lift your chest and go back. And then exhale, dive forward. Long spine, breathe in. Step back or hop back into chaturanga. Nice. Upward facing dog. And head back to downward facing dog. Good. Fly your left leg nice and long in behind you. And then this time, bend your left knee and allow your hips to roll open. And squeezing the heel to the seat. Now straighten off and square, deep breath in. And then exhale, land the foot between the hands. Walk your back foot in a little closer so you can ground your heels. Using the blocks or the floor, take an inhale, push your front leg towards straight. Heart goes forward, left hip goes back. And then exhale, slowly fold. So again, intending sternum towards big toe. Just keep lengthening off the waist. Good. Beautiful breathing. Now on your next inhale, come on to fingertips, lift your chest. Right hand either to the top of the foot, on a block inside or outside of the foot, and then left hand slowly comes around onto the low back. Making sure back heel is grounded, take a deep breath in to find space. You're welcome to hang out there, or slowly on the exhale, start to turn, and maybe take the left fingertips to the sky. Good. Make sure you're still standing in the back heel. Only looking up if it feels okay on the neck. Take one more breath in. And then look down to the ground, release the hands, start to walk to the right, pivot on your heels. We're coming to wide leg forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. So heel toe would open if you'd like, big toes turn in slightly. Use your inhale to find space, and then your exhale to fold. So if you'd like to change up your arms this time, you can scoop up the big toes with your peace fingers. And letting the elbows bend off to the side. You can interlace behind low back or just stay as you are. Keep the thighs firm, kneecaps are drawing up. Head is heavy, breath is deep. Release your hands and walk them forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Now left fingertips stay on the ground underneath your face, right hand onto the low back. Reach forward through the crown first on the inhale, and then start to turn the right chest open. Stay with the hand where it is or send the fingertips up. Notice if the left hip is dropping. See if you can just pick it up a little bit. Take one more breath, reach a little higher, and then exhale, look down, release the hand. Turn your left toes forward towards the top of the mat. Walk your left hand around, so it's parking either to the block or the floor in front of the toes. Right hand comes onto the hip. Start to transfer the weight into the front heel, and when you're ready, pick up that strong right leg, flexing toes to the face. Use the right hand on the hip to widen the right side of the pelvis, and either keep it there or start to reach your arm nice and high. So there'll always be a little bit of a dance in this one. See if you can enjoy it. Maybe challenge your balance by looking sideways or up. Maybe get a little lighter on the bottom fingertips. Take one more breath, and then look down, release the hand, square off your hips, so turn the right toes down towards the floor, close off that right side. Slide your right fingertips in front of your left toes. Left hand can come around to catch the hip, take a breath in, lengthen, and then stay as you are. Exhale, start to turn the heart open to the left side this time, and then maybe eventually fingertips reach. So we're not here long. See if you can pick up that back foot and really push through the heel. Make it bigger, deep breath in. Look down and softly fold top of your mat. Long spine, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Push off your heels and rise, inhale. Reach your arms, lift the gaze, maybe tip your heart up. And then exhale, slowly fold. Inhale to pull your heart forward, and then you choose a final vinyasa or step it back to down dog, and we'll meet there. Whenever you're ready, set the knees onto the ground. Grab sips of water and return to child's pose. So starting to make the transition from the yang to the yin, from the movement to some stillness. Just pay attention to your breath. I invite you again to come back to that 1-to-1 ratio of breath. So even inhales to exhales, exhales to inhales. Now very slowly, keep your hips heavy onto the heels. Start to roll your way up. Hands can just drag along the ground. And then sit over to one side of your feet and stretch your legs out in front of you. And just make sure as we move into some yin postures, your blocks are always within arm's reach. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together here. But create a really big open diamond shape with the inner leg. So move your heels away from the pelvic floor. So sometimes it feels nice to have some support for the knees. You can slip blocks under the thighs, or you can have blocks waiting for you as we fold forward. So grabbing hold of your shins and sitting up nice and tall. Just closing down the eyes. Just allow the soles of the feet to drift away from one another, the toes to soften. Notice if you're holding the knees up in any way and see if you can just let them drop a little bit. And take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, keep your spine long. Just begin to hinge forward until you feel that red light turn on. So until you've come to that first edge. Then take a breath into that place. And then slowly begin to round forward as you exhale. So here's where a block may come in handy. You can stack a block on your heels, rest your forehead there. Your arms can reach out in front of you, or you can thread them underneath. Palms will turn up, and then just let your head go heavy. So use the first 30 seconds or so here to adjust, to set up a nice comfortable structure with props. And then see if you can just soften into stillness. Let's come back to the breath. And if you'd like, you can start to invite in a 1-to-2 ratio of breath. So breathing in for 5 or 6. Breathing out for maybe 10 or 12 counts. Take a little drive through your body and just notice where there's effort, where there's still control, And just give yourself permission to step away from that. Just bring the body into this shape. And then allow time, gravity, and the exhalation to take over and do the work for you. Try to relax the corners of your eyes. Open up the space in between your eyebrows. Bring a little space in between the teeth. And just direct the breath into the places that are feeling this the most. Take a slow breath in. And then through an open mouth, exhale, let it go. Now take your time, start to roll up from the base of the spine. You can use your hands and push the ground away. When you come up to a nice tall spine, just hold, notice. And then use your hands to close up the knees. We'll take the feet wide to the outer edges of the mat and place the fingertips in behind the hips. So puff up through the center of the chest, take your gaze up, or see how it feels to let the head fall right back. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower both knees to the left. And then inhale, come up. And exhale, lower the knees to the right. And again, breath in. And breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. Heel toe your feet in. We're going to come down to lie on our back, so just make sure you bring your blocks along with you. Just have them off to the side. When you arrive on your back, draw knees to chest for a moment. And then lower the soles of the feet onto the floor. So your choice here, you can take one or both of your blocks and stack them up and slide that stack underneath your sacrum. So you're coming into a nice, big, lifted, supported bridge. Good. So you want to make sure as you come up onto the blocks, you feel supported. Once you feel comfortable there, you can heel toe your feet open a little wider and slide your arms away from the sides of your body, or you can even take them up and back above your head. And then just take a moment once you feel settled to close down your eyes, to soften into the support of the block. And you are welcome to stay with your knees bent, or slowly begin to walk your feet forward towards the bottom edges of your mat. Toes can drop open. If you feel any pinching or discomfort in the lower back, then rebend your knees or maybe remove a block if you're still up on two. Start to visualize your breath kind of moving down into the pelvis, into all of this new space you've created with movement and breath. And if your legs are straight, slowly begin to bend them back in. And then one knee at a time, start to draw thighs to chest. And you can stay there with your knees bent, or you can slowly press your heels up. Keeping just a little tiny micro bend underneath the knees. There's no effort to keep the legs lifted. You may need to change up the blocks a little bit here if that's more comfortable. Just keeping the head and the neck completely still, eyes closed. Very calming for the mind, rejuvenating for the body. The legs and the feet do a lot of work to carry us around all day. So just using the shape as a way to say thank you. Every time you feel you're being pulled away from the edges of your mat by thoughts, just acknowledge whatever is pulling you away and choose to return to your breath. Maybe the breath becomes like a one-word mantra. Maybe with every exhale, you say relax. Maybe let go. Just here for a few more rounds of breath. See if you can just drop into the support of your blocks. Just let the mat catch you on the way down. And begin to put just a small bend into your knees. Letting the heels come in a little closer, and then 1 foot at a time, place the feet onto the ground. And then moving without rush, just start to remove the blocks from underneath you. And roll your way down nice and slow. Just pause and feel. And now open up your arms. If you have the room, open them wide to the side. If not, just goal post. Bump the hips to the left. And then allow the knees to fall to the right. So you're welcome to use a block either between the thighs or underneath the knees. Relax your feet, so just maybe sliding knees away from belly if that helps. Allow your head to roll towards the left side, eyes softly closed. So when held for long periods of time, energetically, twists can be very stimulating. Because we're nearing the end of our practice, we'll just hold this for about 1.5 minutes on each side. When held for shorter amounts of time, twists can be very soothing. Simply dropping into the shape. Letting the breath go wide across the lower back. On your next inhale, breathe in deeply right into the space in your lower back. Really fill that space up with fresh oxygen. And then through an open mouth, exhale and let go of any tightness or tension that remains in that space. Take another breath in. And then use your exhale to slowly take the knees back up. Going to lift the hips and bump them over to the right, and then softly lower the knees to the left. So just checking in, seeing if you need some support. Blocks under knees, between thighs. Turn your gaze towards the right fingertips. Close down your eyes. And see if you can really start to soften down to the tips of your toes. Even letting fingertips just kind of naturally curl in. Right shoulder and chest getting heavier and heavier with every exhalation. Just a few more breaths. As much as you're willing to let go here, let go. Let your whole body drop. deep breath in. And a big cleansing breath out the mouth. Inhale. And then allow the inhale to guide the knees back up to the top. Set the blocks aside. Clear the space around the edges of your mat. And come into shavasana, corpse pose. So just really opening up into the space around you. If you prefer support for the knees, you can slip some blocks underneath your knees. Find just a slight tuck of the chin so the back of the neck can lengthen. And just allow your feet to fall whichever way they wish. Allow the bones and the legs to become really heavy. Soften the belly, just allowing the internal organs to settle. Relax the chest and the shoulders. The muscles soft in the arms. Unclench your teeth, allowing your lips to softly part. Soften the skin around the corners of your eyes. Relax the space between your eyebrows. And just allow your head to be heavy. Just effortless breath. A few moments to just be still and unattached before you get up and take on the rest of your day. I encourage you, if you have a few extra moments today, to stay exactly as you are. When you do decide it's time for you to wake the body up, and wake the body up very slowly, and just move into the rest of your day with ease and without rush. Namaste.